Good morning everyone. In the previous slide we have been taught about what is water supply and what are the uses of water supply and what is the necessity of the water supply, how water is precious for our life. Okay, so we will give a quick review on the previous slide. Okay, as we know, water is one of the essential requirements for our life. All of us, our plants, animals also need water for our survival, and water is used for various of purposes like drinking, food preparations, irrigation, and manufacturing. Okay, although water covers more than 70% of our surface, is less than 1% of the resource is available as a fresh water, and this is not evenly distributed throughout the world. Okay, apart from the scarcity of the water, there are many other challenges in providing a safe, adequate and reliable water supply in any parts of the world. As we know, water is used for our various purposes, we can say, that is drinking and cooking, bathing and washing, watering of lawns or any other purposes. Okay, and we know, I have told you in the previous slide that without water we cannot survive, and water is essential for all of us. And in previous centuries, humans required water for drinking, bathing, and cooking, or in any type of purposes. But in nowadays advancement of civilizations, the utility of the water has been increased, and now a stage has come without well organized public water supply scheme, and it is impossible to run the present life and develop the towns. And we know in all our ages group, the people of the towns were always concerned with the water supplies. When the inhabitants found the local sources of water supply such as shallow wells are inadequate to meet the demand of the town, they are started to collect the water from the canals or aqueduct. Next is we will read about the necessity of water supply scheme. A necessity of water supply scheme, there are 4 types of necessity I have told you, that is collections of water, conveyance of water, treatment of water, and distributions of water. And collections of water, as we know, the water is collected from the tank, reservoirs, and then the conveyance of water means then the water is transported from one place to another, and the treatment, and after that the water is treated. The treatment process, that is coagulations, sedimentation, filtration and disinfections. Okay, in the previous slide I have told you about the coagulations and fluctuations. It is the first step in water treatment processes, and chemicals with positive charge are added to the water. And next is sedimentations. After the flocculation settles to the bottom of the water supply, and due to its weight, the setting process is called as sedimentations. And after sedimentations, the filtration is done. Okay, once the fluctuations has been settled to the bottom of the water supply, the clear water on the top will pass through it, and it filtrates on various compositions, and pore sizes are used to remove the dissolved particles such as, we can say, I have told you, dust, bacteria, virus, etc. Next, after that, the disinfection is done. After water has been filtrated, a disinfect may be added in order to kill any remaining viruses or any bacteria to protect the water from the germs, and it is then transferred to the homes. Next is distributions of water. Distribution of water, I have told you, the water is distributed after the treatment of water is done, then it is distributed to the houses or any types of villages or any surface sources. Okay, so now we will read about what are the uses of water. Okay, so first is what are the uses of water. First we can see, that is agricultural, industrial, domestic and recreational. In agricultural purposes, you can see here the picture I have shown you, here the agricultural purposes I have shown you. In the agricultural purposes, 69% of water is used in our agricultural purposes. Okay, and it is used to produce foods, vegetables, meats or any types of purposes we used to see it. Okay, Next is industrial purposes, and in industrial purposes we take only 22% of water we used in the industrial purposes. Okay, in many industries the water is essential for all of us. Okay, some industries one piped water supplied from water treatment plants, while other draw the water themselves from the underground sources. And treat it on site for the use. Okay, so means some industries use the piped water supplied from the water treatment plants, and while others draw the water themselves from the underground surfaces and treat on the site for the use. Okay, the water may be used either as a part for the production process and or as an ingredient, while water is one of the component of the product. Okay, so we can say that in industrial purposes it only contains 22% of water supply, and in some industries we use piped water supply, and in some industries we also use underground surfaces water supply, and we treated the water on the site itself. Okay, next after that domestic purposes. In domestic purposes, you can see here the domestic purposes means what? We use the water in various purposes. We can say drinking, cooking, and bathing, and for any washing purposes. So we can say that we use the water in our homes. We can say both indoors and outdoors, and we use it mainly includes outdoors and indoors include drinking, food preparations, washing hands, brushing the teeth, or any other types of purposes. Okay, water is essential for the proper functioning of our body. Human beings cannot live without the water. Each person needs to consume about 2 to 4.5 liter of water per day. Okay, each human being needs to consume about 2 to 4.5 liters of water per day, depending on our climate, for their body to function properly. So it is used, and all of us need 30 to 40 liters of water for domestic purposes. We can say washing the clothes, drinking purposes, food purposes. We all say that. Okay. Next is recreational purposes. In recreational purposes, you all know that in recreational purposes, water is used as a main role in the recreational activities. Okay, and here we can say that it is used in the swimming pools and the boating purposes. We also use it in the recreational purposes. Okay, so today we have studied about what are the uses of waters. Okay, first I have told you about the agricultural purposes. In agricultural purposes, it contains 69% of water supply, and it is mainly included in agriculture. It includes for the growth of the crops and to produce foods, vegetables, or any kinds of purposes, food purposes we use it. Next is industrial purposes. It contains 22% of water we use. Mainly in industries we use 22% of water, and in industries, some of the industries we use pipe water supply for water treatment plants, and we can also use underground sources of water for the water treatment plants. Okay, next is for domestic we use 8% of water in the domestic purposes. Mainly in domestic purposes, we take around 2 to 4.5 liters of water per day, and 30 to 40 liters of water are used for domestic purposes. Next is recreational purposes. Recreational, as we know, it is used for our swimming pools, boating purposes, and it contains very small percentage, and it is one of the most important uses of water. Okay, thank you.